listen, we can only beat what's put in front of us, and they've performed quite well against Scotland, against South Africa in the last few years. So we were ready for a big challenge, and it wasn't about them for us really. It was more about us. It was more about, and it wasn't about the rugby we were going to play really. It was more about our mentality, and that was the most pleasing part for us in terms of how they've prepared this week and then how they played today. And I was wondering what would happen. I was kind of hoping it would be sticky and we'd see what we were like, when we'd hoped we'd be pulling away and maybe we weren't. And then when we were pulling away, I was kind of excited to see what our mentality was going to be like then on the back of it, how we were going to, were we going to set our own standards rather than the scoreline of the match. So I was really pleased from that point of view. I was really pleased that they didn't care about the scoreline. They just kept playing as hard as they could. I love seeing some of the kick chase stuff late in the game. It really shows the mentality of the players. So I was really pleased from that point of view. The scoreline isn't ideal and it's not good for them. But I was happy with the players' mentality.
And is that something that you've coached into them, pushed into them for the last 3-4 weeks? You want to see this drive and you want to see no slacking? It's just...
We've seen it on the Emerging Tour, whenever we got on those Emerging Ireland tours, just guys dying for a chance, and they'll do everything and anything once they get their chances. They're actually great tours to coach. You get these guys with an incredible attitude, and it's your job then, I suppose, not to F it up really, and I think the coaches have been good at that. You'd never think it's the end of a long year for a lot of them, but we were conscious that it was the end of a long year, and we were just trying to keep things short and sharp. Overstepped the mark once or twice in training and probably overtrained them a little bit, but they were, I think, Leams and Mike Prendy, Colin Tucker did a really good job of trying to keep it fresh, and the players responded. They probably didn't even need it. They came in with such a great attitude. I suppose it helped that Leinster had won and they were feeling good, and it helped that the other guys had a little bit of time off and a little bit of time to reset, and the guys from the other provinces were feeling good when they came in as well. So the attitude from day one, we got one extra day. The challenge of playing international rugby is coming in on a Monday and being ready to play an international game on a Saturday week. And we were eager to keep that challenge as part of the tour, but we grabbed an extra day on the Thursday beforehand. And, their attitude from minute one was excellent. So, there's still plenty of stuff to review from that game. Probably the worst warm-up we ever had, I would say, before a match. So there's loads of things to work on and get better at. But at the same time, I think the players go away having a good, I suppose, knowledge of what's required. I think the senior guys like Craig and a few of the other senior guys we had really trained and performed and looked after the group really well. So I think the rest of them found out what it is to be kind of an Irish player. So it's been a great few weeks in that regard.
Craig, I'll just ask you one quick one. Maybe to Rugby. So this captaincy stuff. How was this week getting ready for this game as well? Because it has been a long season, but then you brought a few new faces in.
No, it's been great. It was a great week in Lisbon. We trained hard, like Paulie said there. Like some lads were absolutely dying for an opportunity, and I think they took it well. But the buzz all week has been brilliant. I've loved it, to be honest. Captain the side, it's a huge honour for me, but it's a huge opportunity as well, and I've absolutely loved it. So couldn't say enough about like the leadership group around me as well, and the coaches. So I'm delighted with it.
What would you think about like those setups in the next couple of weeks? Like, what were your biggest sort of memories from the 2 weeks games?
I think the full 3.5 weeks, we talked about it last night about doing the whole group justice, because it's probably the last time the whole group will be together, coaching staff, players as well. So we talked about last night not missing a beat today, and really like making it count, and I think we did that. I think the 3.5 weeks have been brilliant. I think for me, getting back into Irish camp after missing the Six Nations, just getting back into that green jersey means an awful lot to me, and I think playing in front of a hell of a lot of friends and family today means an awful lot, and that's what I'll take.
All the seconds, Laurie, like with the attitude that you showed in terms of kicking on, like what kind of messages were you sending on there? Like, I mean, was the 100 something that you were talking about genuinely? Like, what were you talking about?
No, it was just us against us out there really at that stage, and we put a few markers down at halftime about kick chase, about how much we can chase through and not let off. And we probably will be disappointed to concede that try. Something we were in control of as well. It came off our kick chase and they broke us. But we put a few markers down at halftime and didn't want to let up. And I think we achieved that.